certainly appreciate you taking time out this morning to attend this dedication ceremony. You know, this day is the result of a lot of commitment, strategic planning, and the vision of many people and organizations, some of who are in the room today. People in this great community, in the greater community, saw the need to build a new Bruns Avenue Elementary. Moreover, today was made by the taxpayers by Mecklenburg County. Thank you for passing the school bond to ensure that our students receive a top quality education. You know, this dedication and this building was the dream and the vision of our Board of Education. It was the voice of this community, Steversville, Bittersville, and Smallwood. You know, I believe that education is by far the surest way to upward mobility. And at this time, I would like to just recognize just some of the people that have made a difference for Bruns Avenue Elementary. Joining me today is our District 2 School Board Representative, Mrs. Thelma Myers-Bailey, Esquire. We have our Board Chair, Mrs. Stephanie Sneed, Esquire. We have our tireless leader for our school system, our Superintendent, Dr. Crystal Field. And supporting Bruns Avenue and our school performance area B is our Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Barry Richburg. Thank you so much. I would also like to ask all elected officials to please stand. We want to thank you for your work in ensuring that we have a great quality of life here in Mecklenburg County and also in our school system. You know, Bruns is fortunate to have over 25 active community partners. Just to name a few: Bank of America, the Charlotte Hornets, the Belk Foundation, Jack and Jill America, Classroom Central, the Canty Foundation, Greater Enrichment Program, Communities in Schools, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, the Divine Nine, Nova Credit, HELPS, ALP, Johnson C. Smith University, Schernco, Mecklenburg Community Church, Rotary, Parent Teacher Association for Bruns, and the Charlotte Area Fund. So before I recognize these folks, let me tell you, with the help of these community partners, we were able to provide shoes for every student, every year. Book bags. I don't think since I've been here at Bruns, our students had to buy school supplies. Because our community, they heard the need and they delivered. So we want to thank these partners, because with these partners, they have made Bruns a model school. So without further ado, I want to ask all of our community partners to please stand that are in this room. We would also like to thank Edifice Construction for taking on this massive, and when I say massive, a massive project to build a 3-story elementary school. Bruns is over 120,000 square feet. And I feel it every day if I'm walking down the stairs. But we really want to thank Edifice for their support, for this is a beautiful facility for this community for years to come. Bruns is equipped with makerspace. We have several team rooms, 13 individual tutor rooms, nearly 50 classrooms. We even have a live TV production room here at Bruns. In addition, Bruns will become a model environmental science lab school, as we will explore and expose our students to environmental hands-on investigation and pathways to ensure a cleaner world through social justice, policy, technology, and sustainability. We'd like to thank Johnson C. Smith University, the City of Charlotte Conservation, and Bank of America for coming in and stepping in to support this initiative. Thank you so much for that. So today is a reflective celebration on recognizing where we have come from to where we are going. So again, welcome, and please enjoy our program.
Good morning, Bruns Avenue Elementary community members and friends. My name is Xavion Bryce. I am a 5th grader in Miss Halton's class. On behalf of my peers, I would like to welcome you to the Bruns Avenue Elementary dedication ceremony. We are so happy to have you here with us to celebrate this special occasion. Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Forward, march. March time, march. Hold. Color guard, hold. Present, arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms. Hold. Forward, march.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning. My name is Saray Roberts, and I'm a 5th grader in Mrs. Farr's class. 5th graders, please stand and join us for the Bruns
Come on, let's give them another round of applause. I think I found my side gig now as a manager for the Bruns Bears course, so Dr. Neal, I'll be not available for the next 2 weeks. So thank you so much. And our kids have really spent a lot of time planning and prepping, although they still get it in their study. So I'm really appreciative of the work that they put in. Sometimes our kids were born, but the words still hold true today. As I said earlier, we all need some people to hold us that we can lean on, because running a school is not a one-person show. It's a community effort. So listen to the words that our kids sang today, because it's far more than a song. It's a calling for all of us in this community. I'd like to take some time just to recognize some special people. You know, we're here to dedicate the building, but I believe it's also important to understand the significance of today, because we have some trailblazers who have exhibited a long-lasting commitment to our community and Bruns Avenue Elementary. In September 1957, many of you know the country was beginning to deal with something called integration, especially in schools. Well, we're proud to say that our very own in our community, Mrs. Dorothy Counts Scoggins, became the first student to integrate Hardin High School. Now, her first day at school was not joyful. In fact, her first day at Hardin High School was filled with racial hatred, taunting, and just outright meanness, all due to the color of her skin. You see, Mrs. Count Scoggins, she continued to pursue her education, regardless of what was going through in this country. She held her head up high, and she graduated college, Johnson C. Smith University, as an honor student. Ms. Scoggins is a trailblazer for our community, and to date has adopted Bruns Avenue Elementary. Through volunteering and her providing countless resources for the students at Bruns, she has allowed our students to thrive, ensuring that no child will endure what she had to endure in 1957. For today, in her honor, we have commissioned a mural to be painted in our school's media center in recognition of Mrs. Dorothy Counts Scoggins. Well, 1957 was a tough year, but it didn't stop here for Bruns Avenue Elementary. You see, just a couple of years after that, September of 1964, Pastor Darius Swan and his wife Vera Swan came through, it's called Seaversville Elementary at the time, but later became Bruns. They came in and enrolled their son James Swan into the school. It was integrated, but the principal sent a note home to Mr. Swan and said that James, who was a first grader, could not ride the bus. You see, we had integrated schools, but we didn't really think about the transportation. So disappointed at the fact that the school was integrated, but his son could not ride the bus to school, all because of the color of his skin. Disappointed by the fact that his son could not attend or ride the bus, Mr. Swan contacted, at the time, local attorney Julius Chambers. Chambers heard the case and argued the case. The case even went to the U.S. Supreme Court. In 1971, so let me go back, this is in 1964. In 1971, the U.S. Supreme Court said that it was unconstitutional and that James Swan and the Swans could receive transportation. Well, at that point, the Swans moved back. They moved out of the country. They moved to India. Well, how do you know that through the help of local media here, I was able to find James Swan. He's living in Atlanta. He's about 70 years old. In health and spirits, he's not traveling a lot. He has not been to Charlotte since he was a first grader at Bruns Avenue Elementary. Well, last week, our old school, the one that Mr. Swan went into, was denied bus transportation. As you can tell, that building was torn down. But I saved the brick, and we have Mr. Swan's signature on that brick that will be showcased in our new facility. So as you heard our students, they say it with power, they say it with conviction, that they're going to be the best that they can be. They believe it, they have to learn the power that's within them. Just like so many in this community, through Mrs. Count Scoggins, through James Swan, although they were children at the time, they had a powerful impact in our kids today. But that said, it takes a staff, it takes people. I'm often told that things don't just happen. It takes the work and it takes a catalyst to make them happen. And with that said, we're going to recognize a few people that made this possible today. We're going to recognize some of our long-term staff members today. I would like to recognize Mrs. Kedra Cypress, exceptional children's teacher. Come forward, Mrs. Cypress. Mrs. Cypress. Mrs. Cypress has over 15 years at Bruns Avenue Elementary. She's seen the new building. She's seen the name of the school changed 3 times. And she spent many years teaching in a classroom without windows. She has a window now. Thank you, Mrs. Cypress. We'd like to recognize Glenn Roy Oster. We call him Mr. A. He's our behavior management technician. Mr. A has been here for over 16 years. 16 years. I received an email from a parent who said that she wanted to thank Mr. A because he saved her son's, literally saved her son's life because he was involved in gang activity. He has now graduated college, and he was never implemented. We have Mrs. Adrian Richardson. She's not here with us today, but she has spent nearly 13 years here at Bruns Avenue Elementary as a family engagement specialist and now a data manager specialist. So we want to thank her for her work dedicated to Bruns Avenue Elementary. Thank you, Mrs. Richardson. Well, Mr. Halton Hall, physical education. Mr. Hall has been here for over 13 years at Bruns. He says he doesn't know any other school we have. Mr. Hall was here when the school was a K-8, there was a pre-K-8, there was a K-5, there was a pre-K-5, and there was a building, so he's got it all. And he has a wonderful classroom you're sitting in today. We have Olivia Collington, who is our speech pathologist. Ms. Collington has nearly 15 years here at Bruns Avenue Elementary. Thank you, Mrs. Collington, for the work that you did. We'd like to thank Mrs. Janice Johnson, head custodian. Mrs. Johnson has 15 years at Bruns Avenue Elementary School. She's here at 5 o'clock every morning, ensuring that we have a safe and conducive, clean space to learning. Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. Personal story, Mrs. Johnson, unfortunately, through tragedy, lost her son this summer. And as I was at her home visiting with her, she said, the only place I want to be at is at Bruns. That was the coping and comfort mechanism for her. So just like our students need a safe place, sometimes our staff does too. So thank you, Mr. Johnson. I'd like to recognize this person has, and I'm just thinking about this person has been at Bruns Avenue for 28 years. 28 years. She's our cafeteria manager. And I'm trying to think, there's breakfast and there's lunch and there's snacks. In 28 years, with about 500 students, almost 30 years, how many meals has she prepared for everyone? And this is the time she told me, she said, I worked when we did everything from scratch. We had mixers, we had ovens, we even had some cooking grease. So she says, not like that now. So thank you. And last but not least, I would like to thank the person who has really organized and coordinated today's program. It takes a lot to really pull this together, bringing in about 65, 79-year-olds, working to ensure things and details are set in place. It takes a whole lot. So the program may be an hour, but it has taken weeks of preparation. So without further ado, I had to hide this because I didn't want to see her again. She is our coordinator for our dedication. We'd like to thank Mrs. Nicole Patterson. And last but not least is our 5th grade teacher. Now I want to say something about this person. Is Mrs. Halton. Mrs. Halton has 10 years at Bruns Avenue Elementary School. Now, I'm a former 5th grade teacher. And I will say, if I had Mrs. Halton on my side, I would have been a much better teacher. Here's why. Mrs. Halton, through her hard work and dedication, has moved our math scores, not only just a couple of points, but moved it a whole nother letter grade. Not only that, the 5th grade is also something called science. She has had some of the highest science proficiency in our school district. So thank you, Mrs. Halton, for your time. Well, today, as I shared, our students, it takes a whole community. Some people say it takes a village. But we need each and every one of you to continue to support Bruns Avenue Elementary. Sure, we have a beautiful facility, a beautiful time here, but please don't let this be your first and only time here, because we need help. We need support. Our kids are wonderful. Our community is second to none. So we want to thank you for your time, commitment, and your resources for Bruns Avenue Elementary. Thank all of you. And at this time, I would like to invite our District 2 board member, Mrs. Thelma Byers-Bailey, to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Thelma Byers-Bailey, and I represent District 2, where our amazing Bruns Elementary School sits today. Both my parents were educators who staunchly believed that education is the great equalizer, and they made sure I received an exceptional education in CMS. Just like education was the light going up for me in a socially tumultuous times, the community-approved bond allows light to come into the Bruns Elementary School today. And we stand in the new Bruns Elementary School with the light of this bright, beautiful building shining in the classrooms and onto our young scholars to be educated. The light shining on the new students through these big, beautiful windows and the light of your committed teachers all say that you matter, that you deserve to find your joy in education like I did when I was a little girl. And if I were a little girl now, this would be my homeschool. This new 45 classroom K-5 facility has state-of-the-art security because students can learn when they feel safe. It also has learning labs, extension spaces, and a brand new playground. Your principal, Dr. Nathan Curry, has shared, education is the heartbeat of community. And your community made sure that this school was added to the bar. As your board representative, I thank you for allowing me to address you today at this school that demonstrates so much hard work, past and present. I now welcome our board chair, Stephanie Sneed, to the board.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right now. I'm Stephanie Sneed. I'm the board chair, and I'm elected by the residents of District 4, not too far from here, but a little bit east. But before I get started, I want to recognize our board members and some other elected officials that have come in. I'll start with Vice Chair Dee Rankin. Board member at large, the Reverend Dr. Monty Witherspoon. Board member at large, Liz Monterey Duval. We also have the distinct pleasure of having the Board of County Commissioners Chair, George Dunlap, here as well. And I also want to recognize former City Council member, Carlenia Ivory. But before I get started, children, do you like your new school? Yeah! So put the cameras on them. We need some, I have an interactive activity, one for the adults, two at the end. Stand up, stand up, stand up. So on 3, I want you to say, we love our school, all right? And do a little cheer, a little dance, whatever that is, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. We love our school! I think that was perfect. That didn't sound too exciting. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. We love our school! All right. So this is what I feel we do this for our students. It's not buildings. Buildings create excitement, help create love for learning, and we were able to do that across the district. Bruns Elementary School is one of new schools we're celebrating this fall. And why do we get to celebrate this new and beautiful facilities? We're educating our students. It's because of the community. It is because of members like you. Thanks to the 73% of those who voted for the CMS 2017 bond package, we are able to meet the needs of our children across the district, including right here in Bruns. This tells me, because it's 70%, that you all believe in Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools and the importance of public education. Despite the narrative, most of our children in North Carolina and across the state and across the country are educated right in public schools. It is important that we support them in learning, and that starts with facilities. Having a clean, state-of-the-art building for them to grow and learn. And why is that important? Because not only does it shape their future, it shapes the future of our communities. What happens to our children in schools has generational impacts, and we are obligated to provide the best learning environment we can for students. But the commitment does not the commitment does not stop with the building itself. The commitment begins with community partners like you, with parents, with teachers, with educators, with our cafeteria, custodial staff, behavioral management. We all have a part in supporting our students that reside within our buildings. So here's my activity for you all. On 3, I want you to say, I am committed. All right? I'm gonna see if y'all can outdo the students. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you for your commitment to CMX and thank you to your commitment to our families. With that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Hill.
Thank you, Chair Sneed, and good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be here today as we dedicate the new Bruns Avenue Elementary School building. This new building is far more than a collection of bricks and mortar. It's a symbol of hope, opportunity, and the endless possibilities that await our students. Let's take a moment to reflect on the journey that's brought us here today. The vision for this new building was born out of a shared commitment of our school system and our community to provide our children with the best possible education and environment where they can thrive. From the initial planning stages to the completion of this beautiful facility, many dedicated individuals invested countless hours to create this beautiful building. Thank you to the architects and planners who designed the school, the construction crews who built the school, and the educators, administrators, parents, and community members who work together to support this school community. Education is a partnership, one that involves everyone. Working together, we can create a nurturing environment where our children can learn, grow, and thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Bruns Avenue Elementary School is one that is a nurturing environment, and I am confident that it will continue to be home to a generation of Bruns Avenue Bears who are bright, compassionate, informed, and engaged citizens. These students look no further than their principal, Dr. Nathan Curry, and the entire staff here at the school for an example of that compassion. When the students and staff at Charles H. Parker Academic Center were displaced due to flooding at their school just days before the first day of school, this happened in August, Bruns Avenue Elementary opened their doors to help, which demonstrates what makes Bruns Avenue Elementary so very special. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate with us. Here's to new beginnings, a new building, and endless possibilities.
Thank you so much. So without further ado, we want to ask our distinguished guests and reserved guests to please take the stage and join us in our ribbon cutting.
Our Bruns Avenue Bears, let me hear you.
In 5, 4, 3, So in closing, we would like to thank you for coming out and thank you for your support, all of you. And please know that the work is just beginning. Thank you so much for the support of the community. Thank you for your vote of confidence to ensure that Bruns becomes and will retain to be a model school for our community for years to come.